Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are bringing you the inaugural contest of Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knight football, taking on the visiting Columbia Heights Highlanders. Opening night of the 2023 season, and conditions could not be more perfect here at the McQuinn Athletic Complex. 77 degrees, mostly sunny. Dew point in the 40s, humidity 33%. This is a dream night to be playing outdoor sports. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. We're about to get underway here. Columbia Heights lost the toss. They're going to kick off from the 40, deep to receive for Benilde. Number 4 is Jabari Strader. And on the far side, on his flank to the left, is number 33, Jake Kellogg. And we're underway here on ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube, and that was a short kick picked up by number 8. Short kick, that was Sean Washington, the running back linebackers. We look at the starting lineups for the Red Knights on the offensive line. Grant McCombs, Dylan Warner, Tommy Staples at center, Colin Alexander, and the right tackle, Judah Johnson-Noah. Also at running back, Sean Washington, Max Kloss, Khalif Brown, Jabari Strader, who just returned that kickoff, and Luke Guggenberger. And they have excellent field position starting at the 45, just underway, 12 minutes on the clock. That kickoff took just 4 seconds. And right in the middle of the field, the Red Knights on their first offensive possession will begin from the shotgun quarterback. All right, takes the shot. Number 2 with a quick pass and a whistle as the play got off, and we're going to have a false start. And that'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Red Knights, so they'll mark it back 5 yards. So 1st and 15. The ball on the 40-yard line. Again, just underway here on ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube, and we're going to bring up here a 1st and 15. And in the shotgun position, Nirvan Jogoraha, the 6'3", 175 senior quarterback in the shotgun. Back to pass. Looks left with the in slot to number 13. That is Khalif Brown, and he gets a nice gain back to the original line of scrimmage, or maybe just a little beyond, for a 5-yard gain. Clock continues to wind down. We're under 12 minutes to play. And they set the ball, and it looks like the Red Knights are going to go no huddles. We look at the replay. Nice block there by number 78, Grant McCombs. And it's 2nd and 11. They're going to call it 2nd and 10 from the 45. Inside handoff up the middle, and a nice spin move. Breaks a tackle, brings the ball all the way to the 47-yard line of the Highlanders of Columbia Heights. Run that time by number 8, Sean Washington. And now a 3rd and 2 on their first possession. Nirvan in the shotgun, handoff inside to number 8. He's got more than enough as he breaks the ball across the 40 down to the 39-yard line on that left hash mark. And a 1st down for the Red Knights. So after an initial penalty of 5 yards, a pass and 2 nice running plays, gets the 15 yards and more. As we look at the replay, number 8, Sean Washington over left tackle. 1st and 10, Red Knights on the Highlanders 40. And a miscue, fumble, ball loose, and the Highlanders appeared to have recovered it. We'll see the official call. Highlanders claiming they have it, and they do have it. And so looked like it was going to be a shuffle pass from Nirvan, the quarterback, and they're still talking it over. Maybe they're going to call it an incomplete pass. It could have been a forward pass, and I think that's what the 4 officials are discussing right now. And let's see what they decide here. Forward pass, that's exactly what he's saying. That was the call, so it'll be an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. All right, here's the replay. There was the miscue right there, and I think that was a forward. It was a forward pass. That was the exact right call. 10:36, clock stop, 2nd and 10. Ball on the 40. Nirvan in the shotgun position. To his right, number 8, Sean Washington, calling signals, back to pass. Looks right, throws right, wide open. Number 4, Strader diving catch, and he's down at the 21-yard line. Another first down for the Red Knights. That's their nicest play of the night. Nirvan, the quarterback, looking right the whole way and found number 4 wide open in the slot, diving reception at about the 22. They're going to call it actually the 21-yard line. Second first down on the initial drive, handoff inside to number 8, Sean Washington, and he is tackled after a substantial gain. Looks like we'll call it about a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 from the 15. Red Knights on the roll and their initial opening drive of the 2023 season. Shotgun position for Nirvan. The senior quarterback calling signals, outdraws the defense off sides, and that draws a flag, and we're going to have encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty called against the Highlanders. That'll put the ball at the 10, and that could be an automatic first down, 1st and goal. Let's see where they mark it. Should be a first down. It is. They are flipping it to number 1. 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Clock continues to wind down. We're under 10 minutes to go. Benilde working quickly, and now a false start flag will call that play dead, and I think we're going to have a false start, and that is the call. Their second one of the night. That penalty comes with 9:50 remaining first quarter. Here's that replay. Boy, I didn't see it on the replay where the false start. I don't know. That was such a quick snap. I don't know how you could false start that fast, but that was the call. So now 1st and 15, 1st and goal from the 15. Shotgun formation, set back right, Sean Washington. Nirvan back down the middle, and the catch caught by number 13, Khalif Brown on the post pattern. Touchdown Red Knights. That goal comes with 9:43 remaining. 6-0 Red Knights. They score on their initial opening drive on a gorgeous night in St. Louis Park. Look at that. Nice throw and catch. That was a perfectly executed post pattern. Here it is once again. You can see Brown in the slot position, and no one picked him up. He breaks loose, and look at that gorgeous throw and catch right where it needed to be. Now the extra point attempt coming in. Late substitution for the Red Knights, number 25, Ryan Brewer. And it looks like number 19 in to kick, if I can see his number right. Or actually, is that number 49, Will Gadke in for the extra point, and it's a fake, and he's going to run it in the left side. He gets hit, and it's going to be a failed extra point attempt. There may have been a bobble to snap. I was looking down at the program just as that happened, so a bobbled snap. Here it is, the replay. The live eye in the sky does not lie. There was a high snap, tried to bring it down. That was the holder, Quinlan McMenney, and he almost made it heads up play, and what a nice hit by number 2 for the Highlanders. Isaiah Wilson, the 6'1", 140-pound senior defensive back, came in and saved that extra point, and if you're a Highlander fan, that's got to give you a little momentum. That was a little chink in the armor on the Red Knights. They didn't get that extra point. Highlanders down 6-0. Doesn't diminish the beautiful opening drive by the Red Knights. As we look on the sidelines, again, that's number 13, Khalif Brown, the junior, 6'1", 185-pound receiver. Beautiful catch over the shoulder, and really what a great throw I felt by Nirvan. Put it right in a beautiful spot, and what a great opening drive for the Red Knights. Now our score 6-0 with 9:43 to go, as they now line up for the kickoff. And the tee was way back behind the goalpost, so gotta have the tee. Now we have it. And the Red Knights are gonna line up. That is number 9 to do the kickoff duties, DeAndre Mayaka. The 6', 165-pound junior wide receiver, defensive back, also doing kickoff duties following their first score of the season. 6-0 Red Knights, the kickoff from the 40. Into the wind, 13-mile-an-hour winds out of the southeast, and they are heading into the south, so this will be held up by the wind. Keep an eye on that. Kickoff, and boy, good leg there. Wind had no influence on that kick by number 9. Micaiah, and the run back brings it to just short of the 20-yard line, and that's where the Highlanders will start. Look at them drive the ball back, and that wind, that's right into the south goal. And the wind is coming from his right, southeast at 13 miles an hour. He was able to retrieve it, brings it out to the 20, so the Highlanders on their first possession will start on the right hash mark at the 20-yard line. 9:35 to go, clock stop, first quarter. And they break huddle. Let's see what sort of formation they have. Also in the shotgun, number 10, Colton LeBeau, the 6-foot, 180-pound junior quarterback, tailback behind him. Wideouts left and right to either side, and the hand up the middle, smelled out, and the ball came loose. They're going to call it down. There was a fumble, but they're going to call it down. At least that's the initial signal from the referee. Here's the replay as we look at number 10, Colton LeBeau, quick handoff, and in there, causing havoc, number 50, Judah Johnson-Nixon, the 6'2", 235-pound junior linebacker, and he is going to be a problem for the Highlanders all night long on defense. Off to a great start there. Clock continues to run down, now below 9 minutes to go, quarter number 1. That is LeBeau in the shotgun. Tailback behind him is number 25, Terrence Wilson. Flank pass to the near side and quickly ended by number 20 for the Red Knights on the tackle, Eddie Wolf. Along with him, number 15, Chase Brixius, and they smelled that out right there quickly. First one on the scene was Chase Brixius, followed by Eddie Wolf. That's a loss on the play, brings up 3rd and 12. Clock continues to run, 8:17 counting down. 3rd and 12 from the center of the field. Colton LeBeau in the shotgun. Set back to his right. 3 wideouts to his right, single slot to his left. Looks, throws it away as he was getting pressure up the middle from both number 25 and number 27. That's Ryan Bauer and Robert Schul on defense, forcing that errant throw. That brings up 4th and 12, a punting situation for the Columbia Heights Highlanders as we look at the replay. And he wisely threw that away. He had no time whatsoever. And now with the wind behind him, Columbia Heights into punt, deep in their own end zone. Should be great field position for the Red Knights. Back to punt for Columbia Heights, number 5. That's Jency Davis, 5'8", 132-pound senior, from inside his own end zone. Clock stopped at 7:58. Looks like they got backed up on a penalty, I'm not sure. And there is a punt, low line. Driner gets by the receiver, number 6, Garibaldi. That forfeits some good field position, but he makes it up with a nifty run over the 40-yard line in Columbia Heights territory. He runs it out of bounds at the 37-yard line, and that'll stop the clock with 7:53 to go. Our score 6-0, and following their first possession and resulting in a 6-point touchdown, they will start 1st and 10 in Columbia Heights zone as we look at that nifty run by number 6, Jaden Garibaldi. And they will start in the left hash mark. That is quarterback Nirvan Yogaraha in the shotgun. Looks down the center of the field, looking again for Khalif Brown. That looked like the same play that they scored the previous time for the touchdown, a post pattern right down the middle. He lets it go and overthrows him. That stops the clock with 7:49 to go, brings up a 2nd and 10 from the Columbia Heights 37-yard line. And the quarterback, number 2, Nirvan Yogaraha, over at the sideline talking to the coaching staff. Now he assumes the shotgun position. Slot back to the right, goes to the right sideline and connects with number 4, Jabari Strader. He puts a move on and he's gonna score. There's a penalty though, right at the point where he made that move. It may bring it back. There is a flag on the play. Clock stopped with 7:39 to go. Red Knights. There may have been a block in the back. I was looking down at the time. Let's see what the official has to say. Block in the back. That's going to bring it back from the spot of the foul. 15-yard penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the replay. Ybarra throws it out wide open. Hits him perfectly. And then right here, gets by the tackler. Oh my goodness, is that the block in the back by Brown? I don't think so. That was close. It looked like from the side, but that's what they're gonna call it. So, the net result, 7:39 to go. 1st and 10 from the 21. And the handoff to the right side. The give to number 30. Raphael Johnson-Nixon, the 5'10", 165-pound junior running back. Takes the ball nicely down to the 15-yard line. They'll call that a gain of 6. 2nd and 4, 1st quarter. Clock continuing to wind down. 7:13 to go. Shotgun, and that's going to be a flag pattern and a beautiful over-the-shoulder pass and catch to number 4, Jabari Strader. Touchdown, Red Knights. It's 12-0 in the 1st quarter. That pass comes with 7:06 remaining, and look at that throw. My goodness, right on the money, over the shoulder, suitable for framing right there, and what a nice catch by Strader, and what a beautiful throw by Nirvan Yogaraha. This team has a passing attack, and they are loving it. Now the extra point, the 1st attempt was a little bit of a high snap. Let's see, another high snap. This time they get it down and the kick gets through, and it's good as I don't see any flags down. So a high snap, but this time Quinlan McMenemy did a nice job putting that down and allowing the kicker to put it through. So here it is, the replay, and this is a flag pattern. Last time it was a post pattern. This time they go to the corner. And there is a good 6 feet between number 4, Jabari Strader, and the nearest defender for the Columbia Heights Highlanders. So with 7:06 remaining, our score 13-0 Red Knights. They're 2 for 2 on their first 2 possessions in their opening match tonight. Red Knights out of the Yellow Skyway Conference, a brand new conference, and the Columbia Heights Highlanders are out of the Skyway Blue Conference. And now the Red Knights quickly to kick off here on just an absolutely gorgeous late August night here in Minnesota. Couldn't ask for better temperatures, and we've got full stands here and a great student section standing the entire time. And now back for the kickoff for the Highlanders. That's number 25, Terrence Wilson, and number 16, LaRon Collins. And to kick off for the Red Knights, that's number 9, Deandra Mayaka. A high Texas blooper, fumble, ball loose, and who's got it? Hard to tell. It could have gone either way. Let's see if the Highlanders were able to recover it, or the Red Knights gonna have it again. This would be devastating for the Highlanders, and let's see. Oh my goodness, I thought the official was about to direct it towards the Red Knights, and it looks like the Highlanders, number 2, came up with it, Isaiah Wilson. And he's the one that fumbled it early, ball loose. You can see number 43 for the Red Knights was right in there. Riley Murphy, the senior 5'10", 173-pound D-back, couldn't quite come up with it. So the Highlanders down 13-0, 7:04 remaining first quarter. They have yet to get a first down. They'll start from their own 28-yard line, left hash mark. Shotgun formation. 2 running backs, slot right, tailback behind, and they drew an offsides encroachment on the Red Knights, so a 5-yard gain, I believe, for the Highlanders will make it 1st and 5, and they'll advance it up to the 32-yard line. So, good start for the Highlanders here in their 2nd possession of the evening. Again, gorgeous night, 77 degrees. lowest humidity you'll ever see. Winds 13 miles out of the southeast. Couldn't be better. All right, now 1st and 5 from the 33. Shotgun. Colton LeBeau calling signals, quick handoff, and that's gonna be for a loss. In on the tackle, number 33 for the Red Knights, Jay Kellogg. There was the handoff to the tailback, and also coming in on the tackle was Slater Crandall, the 5'10", 165-pound junior. Make it 2nd and 9, a loss of 4, we'll call it. Clock continues to run down, 6:33 remaining. There is number 10, the quarterback for the Highlanders, Colton LeBeau. 6 foot, 180-pound junior, tailback to the right, and that's the swing pass to number 25, Terrence Wilson. He finds some room on the right side. That's going to be a nice gain for the Highlanders. Close to a 1st down on that 2nd and 9 play. It'll probably bring up a 3rd and short. And there was the pitch, and he got outside on the edge and was able to use his speed and got the corner and very close to a 1st down. We're going to call it 3rd and 3 from the 37. Big play here for the Highlanders, looking for their first down of the night. Clock stopped with 6:16 to go. Trips left, wide out to the right, tailback behind LeBeau, calling signals, 3rd and 3. And the handoff in underneath, he's gonna be close, and he does surge for a 1st down for the Highlanders. Nice play call, number 25 gets the call. Terrence Wilson right up the middle on the counter, breaks a tackle, and then gets bounced ahead. It almost looked like the Red Knights sort of assisted him on that. But nevertheless, 1st down for the Highlanders. They're on their own 39, under 6 minutes to play. Clock continues to wind down. LeBeau in the shotgun, tailback behind him, trips left, single wide out to the right, calling signals in the shotgun. Handoff again to Wilson. He finds room as he breaks off tackle. He'll carry the ball up to the 44-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 we'll call it. Clock continues to wind down. Ball will be placed on the left hash mark. So the Columbia Heights Highlanders looking good on their 2nd offensive possession, looking for their 2nd 1st down of the night on the road against Benilde as they break huddle. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 wideout to the right, 1 to the left. 2 slot backs left and right, single tailback, and that looks like it's going to be a false start on number 56 for the Highlanders. That is Epps, and that is going to be the call, so that'll push back the Highlanders another 5 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 11. And they'll place the ball at the 38-yard line. 5:06 remaining, clock stopped. And now Colton LeBeau, number 10, comes in from the side. As we look at some of the young fans along the sidelines, and I can't tell you how great a crowd it is here at the McQuinn Athletic Complex. Great atmosphere. They got the grill going, brats on the grill, hamburgers. Come on down, support your Red Knights. Now for the Highlanders, Colton LeBeau, single setback. Handoff again up the middle to Wilson, and he finds a lot of room. He breaks the tackle, and he's going to have a 1st down as he crosses the 50 to the 49-yard line and out of bounds, and a 1st down on a 2nd and 11, and that'll put the Highlanders in Red Knight territory. Look at that nice run by Wilson, and you can see what the game plan's going to be here for the Highlanders as they are finding room up the middle with Wilson on consecutive plays. Their 3rd 1st down of the night. They're at the 49-yard line of the Red Knights. Clock stopped with 4:40 to go. Left hash mark, Colton LeBeau in the shotgun. Wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Tailback behind him, and the handoff again to Terrence Wilson, and this time number 47 for the Red Knights. He saw it coming all the way. John Robbins, the 175-pound, 5'11 senior, saw that coming all the way. And you know, the Highlanders, they're going to keep doing the same play until they stop them, and this time Robbins knew they were going to do it again and smelled it out. So that's going to force the Highlanders to diversify their offensive strategy, although they may come back to Wilson again. It'll be interesting to see if they do a play action here or do something to counter now that the Red Knights are kind of wise to their game plan. It's 2nd and 11. They're saying, was there a penalty on that? Or they moved it back? No, 2nd and 11 on that 1st and 10 play. Short loss on the tackle. Short shotgun formation, single wideouts left and right, 2 flankers and a tailback. And the shot to the flanker on the right side, received by number 5. That's Jency Davis. He breaks the tackle and he breaks it out to about the 47-yard line for a short game. It's going to bring up a 3rd down as we see number 14 in on the tackle, Xavier Lumpkin. Nice pass, nice broken tackle by number 5 for Columbia Heights, Jency Davis. Then tackle. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 9. Clock continuing to run down. Quarter number 1, 3:12 remaining. LeBeau, the quarterback, number 10, comes in from the sideline with the play. They break the huddle quickly. And 2 flankers left and right. 2 wideouts right and left. Single setback to the left of LeBeau, calling signals in the shotgun. He'll roll left, looking, he's getting chased. He's going to be brought down for a sack by number 15, the blitzing linebacker, Chase Brixius. Snuffs that out and forces a 4th down. And that will ostensibly end the drive. And look at Brixius just come right through that line, untouched. No running back to pick him up, and he gets the beautiful sack. And that'll bring up a 4th and 17 from the 44, punting formation for the Highlanders. Back to receive the punt for the Red Knights will be Jaden Garibaldi, the sophomore. Into punt is number 3, Julian Monjo, and just as he's going to get it off, excuse me, that's number 5, Jency Davis. And that's going to be a false start, or a timeout actually called right before the kick, I believe. So the Highlanders call a timeout, something Coach Matt Townsend on the sideline didn't like what he saw, called the timeout before the play got snapped. And that is our first timeout of the evening. As we look at the Red Knights sideline and Coach Sean McMenemy talking it over with his return team on the punt. Red Knights 2 for 2 on their offensive possessions. They're going to be getting their 3rd here late in the 1st quarter. As they break huddle, Highlanders still talking it over. We'll see if the Red Knights are going to play for the return or go for the block. They're up 13-0, no reason, but they might just do it anyway here as now the Highlanders break huddle. They want to make sure they get this punt off in good fashion. They're not out of this match, 13-0, just a couple of possessions. A good punt here would be very advantageous if you're a Highlanders fan. Okay, now back to punt and the kick, and we got a flag as he lets it go, and what a great punt, and that sends back deep number 6, Garibaldi, but he brings it back nicely, making it up, breaks the tackle. Now he's to the right side, flag on the return, that's gonna bring it back. Garibaldi continues, almost breaks another tackle. He's out of bounds, but it's gonna be brought back, and this is gonna be complex because there was a flag thrown at the time of the snap, and then there was a flag thrown during the return, which is always against the return team. So this might be a do-over. It probably will be offsetting penalties, and they'll kick it again from the same location. 1:51 remaining in quarter number 1. And the officials will talk it over. I don't know if it was a false start or encroachment at the line of scrimmage. That wouldn't change anything. There was still 17 yards for the 1st down if both flags are going to be against the Red Knights. It would only advance them 5 yards, and they'd still have 12 more to go for the 1st down. However, it would give them better field position. And they are trying to untangle this with both flags, talking it over, discussing exactly what I think I'm talking about. I know that the 2nd flag is against the Red Knights on the return, without question. It's a question of whether or not the 1st flag is against the Red Knights or not, and then what Columbia Heights would choose, if that's even the case, or are they going to offset? That could be illegal formation. It could have been. They didn't have everybody set when they snapped it. And let's see. Yeah, offset. And holding, offset. They're going to redo it. 4th down. 4th and 17 from the 44. 1:51 remaining, quarter number 1. So let's see here. You can see the player on the top of your screen. And was he all? No, they weren't all the way set. At least that's what the near side judge threw the flag right there. And then the kick. What a great kick sent back the receiver, Garibaldi. And then do we have a block in the back? I don't know if I saw that one. I saw the flag, but I'm not sure I saw the illegal block. I might have to look at it again. And patriotism on display here. American flag in the stands. Great student support. Now the punt gets off. Good kick again. Back, Garibaldi receives it at the 25, comes along the near sidelines, still looking for room, biding his time. I like how patient he was, waiting for his blockers, and he gets an excellent return as he brings it across midfield to the 48-yard line, and that'll stop the clock with 1:38. Look at the replay, gets it about the 22, just decides to stay along the near sideline, and look how patient he is, just sort of waiting, feeling his way through, getting great blocks on the left side, especially by number 15, Chase Brixius. Not the first time we've called his name tonight, and now 1st and 10. No huddle, go the Red Knights. That's quarterback Nirvan Yogaraha. Comes out into the shotgun position, trips left, wide out to the near side, hash mark right. Just inside Columbia Heights territory. Calling signals from the shotgun, tailback to his left. Again, trips left, looks right, flag on the snap, wide open, number 12, a fly pattern along the right sideline. Guggenberger will take it in the end zone, but I think the flag is going to bring it back. There may have been a false start. Let's see what that's all about. 1:30 remaining, and here we get the call. And the official. False start, Red Knights. So several encroachments and false starts on both teams. Not to be unexpected, game 1 of the first regular season. Let's see if we can see it on the replay. Boy, I didn't see it. Which slot? Yeah, slot guy on the near side. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they're going to call it on, which is who they threw it to, was Guggenberger. I think is going to get the flag. So that'll set them back 5 yards to their own 47-yard line. 1st and 15, 1:30 to go. And there is your quarterback, Nirvan Yogaraha. Very talented in the shotgun. Set back to his right, number 6 in motion was Garibaldi. Now, fake handoff. Looks right, near side in the slot to number 12, Guggenberger. Guggenberger, tough yards, carries it across the 50, and gets it back to the original line of scrimmage at the 48 of the Highlanders. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. The clock continues to wind down, quarter number 1. There's Guggenberger, and just sort of getting himself back to the original line of scrimmage. Takes a big hit there now. 2nd and 10, under a minute to play. Clock continues to wind down. Fake handoff inside, looks right now, back to the fake handoff. Sean Washington finds some room, finds a seam, and crosses over the 35 to the 34-yard line for a 1st down. And the clock momentarily stopped with 48 seconds remaining. Red Knights looking for their 3rd consecutive score. Yogaraha, the fake handoff, and then right back to number 8, Washington, as he is able to catch that. Great hands out of the backfield by Washington. Results in a 1st down. Now, the pass to the far side to number 13 is complete. Khalif Brown, he breaks a tackle, and he takes it all the way to the house for their 3rd touchdown and his 2nd reception TD of the night. Number 13, Khalif Brown, the 6'1", 185-pound, took that catch in the slot, and he was gone like the wind. Touchdown, Red Knights. Our score, 19-0. That comes with 27 seconds remaining, quarter number 1. And a great start here for the Red Knights at home in their home opener. Now in for the extra point. That is Will Gadke, and that is a miss to the right, so our score remains at 19. It's a 3-possession game. Here's that replay. Snap was in good position, and it just pushed it right into that doink right upright, and that's a miss. So our score, with 27 seconds remaining in quarter number 1, 19-0 Red Knights. And there is a timeout on the field. Quarter number 1, and what a great start for the Red Knights on a gorgeous night. The lights are on now, the sun is about to set. The days are noticeably getting shorter. There's a little bit of fall feel in the air, although we are gonna heat up after today in the Twin Cities. It's gonna be near 100 degrees heat index, so we're not out of the summer heat yet, but tonight couldn't be more beautiful for a football game, even with the strong winds out of the southeast. Okay, now here come the Red Knights for their kickoff, 27 seconds remaining, and they await Columbia Heights still on the sideline. All right, now they break their huddle. Back to do the honors once again for the Red Knights. That is number 9 doing the kickoff duties, DeAndre Mayaka. Deep back to return Collins and Wilson, and that's gonna be Collins from his own 5, and he mumbles it and picks it up safely, comes out to the right side, breaks a tackle, and now he's quickly corralled, however, just over the 10-yard line. Looks like he advanced it to about the 11. That stops the clock with 17 seconds remaining. And we'll see if the Highlanders are content to run it out into the second quarter as they come in, and that again is quarterback number 10, Colton LeBeau, as they break the huddle with 17 seconds deep in their own territory. They'll start from about the 12-yard line. 1st and 10, single setback behind in the shotgun, trips left. One wide out to the right, and the handoff inside to Wilson, and that gets stopped immediately by number 13. I believe that was on the tackle. Number 15, I should say, Chase Brixius, once again on the tackle. But first on the stop was number 47, John Robbins, made the initial contact. Great defense by the Red Knights. No gain. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. And there is the end of quarter number 1. Our score after 1 complete from the McQuinn Athletic Complex on the campus of Benilde. Our score 19-0. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. Stay tuned for quarter number 2.
This is my husband, Alex Hussey. Alex is about 2 weeks away from coming home.
I was playing man in foot patrol, and I stopped on the bomb. Lost my legs and my left hand in an explosion.
And he suffered a severe traumatic brain injury.
Yes.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
There are so many mountains to climb, and we do it together.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
To watch Alex take on this mountain, that's what this is all about.
DAV provides a lifetime of support to veterans of every generation, helping more than 1 million veterans each year.
Alex has conquered this mountain. That's something he won't forget.
With the right support, there are no limits.
Look at that smile! You did it!
But there's more to be done, and more victories to be won.
This has meant so much.
Thank you, DAV.
Alex Hussey, thank you for your service. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We're about to begin quarter number 2 of this non-conference matchup between the Skyway Blue Benilde, or the Yellow Red Knights in the Yellow Conference of the Skyway Conference against the Blue Conference, Columbia Heights Highlanders. They're down 3 touchdowns, 19-0, and they're about to begin the second quarter, 2nd and 10 from their own 12-yard line. That first play incomplete. We'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Just underway here, second quarter. We're watching ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. I'm Robert Christensen, glad you're with us. And now a 3rd and 10 for the Columbia Heights Highlanders. And that is Colton LeBeau over talking to the head coach, getting the play call, walking it all the way in. I don't see, they don't have a shot clock or a timer to get the play off, but that certainly takes a lot of time, although the clock is stopped with 11:56 to go. Okay, from the right hash mark, shotgun, LeBeau. Tailback to his left, flankers left and right, wideouts left and right. To the near far side flanker, and that is going to be snuffed out for another loss, and a great play by the Red Knights. Number 1 this time, in on the tackle, smell that out, Slater Crandall. Crandall comes right up, makes a great tackle on number 5, Jency Davis, and that's gonna be a loss. And that'll bring it back to the 9-yard line, 4th and 13, punting formation once again from inside their own end zone. The Highlanders, clock running down, gets that punt off. High, and coming up and making the tackle, and there is a flag down. That is probably going to be against the kicking team, and that might set him back. But if you're the Red Knights, you might want to decline it if I'm in fact right about what the call is. Against Columbia, they're going to decline that. Can't get much better field position than what they got there. So now the Red Knights on their 4th possession. They're 3 for 3 in touchdowns. Struggled with a couple of the extra points, however. That's why the odds score 19-0. But they are playing very well on offense against this Columbia Heights Highlander team. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the Highlander 28-yard line. And we're underway here, 11:14 to go. Clock stopped as we look at quarterback Nirvan Yogaraha from the right hash mark. Trips left. Wide out to the right, single setback to the right of Yogaraha. Back to pass, looks right, throws right, going for that flag pattern and overthrows. Good coverage this time by the Highlanders. Back on defense, number 5, Davis, along with number 7, Coy Lee. Good defense by the Highlanders. Will bring up a 2nd and 10. The clock is stopped with 11:08 to go. As we look at some of the fans over on the far side of the field supporting the Columbia Heights Highlanders. Glad they're with us as well. What a great night just to be outside watching football. Now, pass, flag pattern complete to number 4. Straighter from Yogaraha. And Yogaraha showing an excellent arm as he drops back to pass, looks left the whole way, lets that go. And what a great pattern by number 4 as he cut that fly pattern off, looked like he was going to the post, and then cut it back out to the sideline, created that opening for that pass to be laid in there beautifully. 1st and 10 now from the 11. Yogaraha, shotgun. Trips left, wide out to the right, set back to his left, looking back to the sideline for the call. Clock stop with 11:03 to go, still calling signals. From the shotgun, looks right, slot pattern, caught, but tackled immediately, and it looked like it might have been dropped, incomplete. Now a late flag from the near sideline. Clock stop with 10:56 to go. Here's the replay. Looks right, there's that slot pattern, and great defense at the corner by number 7 for the Highlanders, Coy Lee, and that penalty is going to go against the Red Knights. I missed the preliminary call. And that flag came late as the Red Knights are already thinking about their next play. We'll see where they spot this. Still yet to mark it off. I'm not clear on what the penalty was. Okay, yeah, that could have been an ineligible receiver downfield. And that would make sense why the lateness. So they're going to mark it off 5 yards. So an eligible receiver downfield is the call. That's going to bring them back to the 16-yard line. So 1st and 15. They can get a first down at the 1. 10:56 remaining. Yogaraha to the flag, and he gets his man, number 12, with the fingertip catch, Luke Guggenberger. And what another great throw by Nirvan Yogaraha. And the Red Knights are 4 for 4. Watch this, from the pocket, lets it go right away, threw it to a spot, and fingertip catch by Guggenberger, gets his feet down in time with possession. Touchdown Red Knights, it's 25-0. That score comes with 10:49 remaining in quarter number 2. Opening night in high school football 2023, and this time a flawless extra point executed. Makes it 26-0. Clock stop with 10:49 to go, second quarter. Let's see this great pass again. Yogaraha lets it fly to the right flag right there. Threads the needle in between the cornerbacks, and there's the frustration expressed by number 5 for the Highlanders, Jency Davis. And just a beautiful pattern. That's one of the things that's noticeable to me, is not only the excellent arm by quarterback Nirvan Yogaraha, but I think as important is how crisp the routes are by the wide receivers. Guggenberger, Brown, doing just a great job at running those routes, creating that separation and allowing Yogaraha to complete those passes. Okay, now, following their 4th TD in a row, 4 for 4 on offensive possessions. As the sun starts to set even further, it's getting darker and darker out. The Red Knights to kick off for the 5th time this evening from their own 40, going right to left. They have the wind behind them. Gorgeous 75-degree evening now. And there's the wind. There is a strong wind from his right shoulder. That's the southeast, 13 miles an hour, it's gusting. And that's where the warm weather's coming from. Starting tomorrow, we're gonna heat up around here. It's gonna go up about 30 degrees. And there you can see the flags. That is the wind they're dealing with out of the southeast. Excellent portrayal right there. Okay, the kickoff. And that's a line drive, and I don't know if he touched it. They're gonna call it a touchback. So a little bit of a dicey play for the Highlanders. Wilson, number 25, their starting running back and their best offensive performer tonight. That was a tough one to handle. What's like a hot shot in a baseball game. So the clock is stopped with 10:49 to go. It'll be a 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. And stepping in to play quarterback once again, number 10, Colton LeBeau with the play, comes out. They break huddle. They had a nice drive on their 2nd possession. They were able to get the ball across midfield. They're gonna try to build on that momentum despite being down 26-0. Wideouts left and right, and the slot pass, a little high, but great defense by the Red Knights, number 9, Deandra Mayaka, all over that play as we watch Colton LeBeau get rid of it quickly from inside the pocket. And he had an open man. If that ball had been just a little bit lower, intended for number 3, Julian Manjo, will bring up a 2nd and 10. Clock stopped with 10:45 remaining. Now LeBeau. So they are running that play in every time. He is running to the sideline, getting the play and running back. No hand signals whatsoever. All right. 2 wideouts to the right, singles to the left. Inside handoff to Wilson, and he gets sent right back. Stuffed up the middle, number 15 and number 23, Chase Bixius and Abu Kaloko in on the tackle. Getting there first, Brixius, along with 47, John Robbins, and 23, gang tackle by the Red Knights, brings up a 3rd and 9. Clock continues to wind down with 10:14 remaining. LeBeau again running in from the sideline with the play. As they break huddle, wide out to the left, double wide out to the near side, single setback behind LeBeau. Calling signals, flanker to the near side right as well. And the handoff fake, he'll back up, he's being corralled. Escapes one would-be tackler, but not the second, and that's gonna be a sack for a loss. Number 55 gets the sack. Dylan Warner, the 6', 245-pound sophomore. As we look at the replay. Dylan Warner in there along with number 69. Don't have a name for him, unfortunately. But that brings up a 4th and 19. Clock continues to wind down second quarter. Back to punt for the Highlanders. Number 5, Jesse Davis on his own goal line. Number 6, excuse me, Jaden. No, excuse me, 6 is Drew Chapman. Sorry about that. And that punt didn't get very far. In fact, it got blocked. So the Red Knights putting on a clinic here tonight. Block that punt. They're going to be first and goal from inside the 10 with a 26-0 lead with 9:03 remaining. And let's see, coming right in there, 2 Red Knights in on the block. Number 43 and number 47. That would be Riley Murphy and John Robbins. John Robbins has been all over the place tonight on defense. And now here comes Yoga Raha, first and goal from the 7. His team up 26-0. Inside catch complete as he falls to the ground. Short gain. In fact, it might even be a loss as that ball is received by Max Kloss. That might end up actually being for a loss of 1. Fake handoff to number 8, Sean Washington. And the catch right there. And in high school, when you hit the ground, you're automatically down. You don't have to be touched. So that brings up a 2nd and 9. Loss of 2, we'll call it. 2nd and goal from the 9. Inside handoff given to number 8, Sean Washington. He finds tough sledding. Maybe falls for a yard or 2 gain. Here's the replay. And number 76 saw that all the way. Obi Mora, 6'3", 260-pound junior. It's amazing how big these lads are on both teams. That'll bring up a 3rd and goal from the 7. Under 8 minutes to play. Shotgun formation. Yarborough goes to the far corner and intercepted in the end zone by number 5 for the Highlanders, Jesse Davis. And it looked like he was trying to run it out, and you wonder if that's not a safety. If you're still trying to run it out and you get tackled rather than take a knee. He does break a tackle. No, they brought him down right away, so I guess that would be a touchback. So that should bring it out to the 20 for the Highlanders. That could have been dicey. If he had broken away and then got tackled, could have been a safety for the Red Knights. But it looks like the Highlanders will get the benefit of the doubt, and they will now have 1st and 10 from the middle of their own end zone. 7:51 remaining, 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. Colton LeBeau calling signals. Set back to his left. Wideouts, 1 to the left, 3 to the near side. Inside handoff, breaks a tackle. Is that Wilson? Another tackle, and he dives across to about the 24, maybe the 25-yard line. Clock continues to run. That handoff was to number 16, LaRon Collins, the 5'8", 165-pound junior, for a gain of 4. They'll call it at the 24. So good run for the Highlanders. 7:22 remaining, second quarter. They'll break huddle. Double wideouts to the left, near wideout to the near side. Flanker to the right, tailback to the right of LeBeau. Fake handoff, and he gives, actually, not a fake handoff, and now that ball gets carried out to about the 28, maybe the 29-yard line. Short gain should bring up a 3rd down, and short. They'll mark it at the 27 less hash mark. 3rd and 3 for the Highlanders. Clock continues to wind down, 6:43 and counting remaining. LeBeau breaks huddle. 4 wideouts, 2 left and right, slot back, tailback to the right of LeBeau. He looks left, calling signals from the shotgun. And we're gonna have a false start on, or a timeout by the Red Knights. Nope, encroachment on the Red Knights. That's going to be an automatic first down for the Highlanders. Offsides, Red Knights, unforced error gives a first down for the Highlanders. And what a break for the Highlanders as they're looking to get some sort of offensive momentum here as we are past midway through the second quarter. Clock continuing to wind down, 6:14 to go. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Single setback, Colton LeBeau calling signals. And the handoff once again inside to number 16, LaRon Collins. And he'll get a short gain as he gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. They're gonna maybe call it a gain of 1, barely 1 to the 33. That'll bring up 2nd and 9. Clock continues to wind down here, second quarter, 5:42. LeBeau comes from the sideline with the play. They break huddle. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Slot back to the right of LeBeau in the shotgun. Calling signals, motion from the left side coming across. Colton LeBeau rolls right, hits the motion receiver and almost intercepted and wasn't. Number 22 breaks up the play. And what a great athletic play by Andrew Walters, the 5'9", 180-pound senior. Read that screen play all the way. LeBeau, as he came back and he had it in his hands, he's going to be dreaming about that. And then you can see the intended receiver for the Highlanders, Chency Davis. That was a near miss play on both ends. But the incompletion stops the clock with 5:19 to go, 3rd and 9 from their own 33. And Colton LeBeau calling signals. The junior looks right, throws right into the flank, and he's going to be, if he even caught it, tackled for a loss. Coming up quickly with the tackle, number 20, who is that? Number 22, Andrew Walters with a no gain tackle. Will bring up a 4th and 9. Clock stop with 5:14 to go, and the Highlanders once again in punting formation. Back to kick, Chency Davis. Back to receive. As that punt gets away, and fielding it, number 6, Jaden Garibaldi on the bounce. Cuts back right, gets it up out to midfield before he is corralled by the Highlanders. And now a late flag out. You can see the official coming from the left. He did throw a flag, and it may go against the Red Knights, number 15. He seemed to be the closest, Chase Brixius. Let's see, is that unsportsmanlike conduct? Nope, against the Red Knights, I believe. And on the other side, they might be offset. So 2 offsetting on sportsmanlike conduct. There might have been some pushing and shoving. He's going to call both teams. So it's going to be a wash. The return will stand at the 50-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Red Knights. Second quarter, 5:02 remaining. They lead 26-0. They are 4 for 4 on possessions and touchdowns. Looking for number 5 as they look left. And in at quarterback is number 2 right there. That is Nirvan Yogaraha. Single setback to his right. Wide receivers, 2 on either side, calling signals from the left hash mark. And there's the whistle. Now they're set. Now calling signals with the clap. Fake handoff now. Launching it down the near sideline, but back in great defensive position was number 5, Chency Davis. And that'll be incomplete. Ball intended, I believe, that looked like for Khalif Brown. He's got 2 TD receptions on the night. And the play action pass falls incomplete. That stops the clock with 4:56 remaining. 2nd and 10 from midfield, left hash mark. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Single setback to the right of Yogaraha. Handoff inside, finding room. Lots of room. Number 30 is Raphael Johnson-Nixon, the junior running back. And he'll be close to a first down as he carries it up the middle, breaks it right. And in on the tackle. Here's the replay. tried to go left, saw the opening to the right and ran to the daylight, did he not? And he gets down to about the 43, 3rd and 3. And the run again off right tackle around the end, and that's going to be more than enough for a first down. And that, once again, is Raphael Johnson-Nixon. And a first down for the Red Knights as they are in business deep in Highlander territory once again. And that'll bring a 1st and 10 from their 30-yard line of the Highlanders. And going without a huddle, Yoga Raha in the shotgun. Single set back to his right. And trips left, but there's going to be a quick penalty and a timeout by the Highlanders. Right before that play was able to get off, something that Coach Matt Townsend for the Highlanders didn't like what he saw, so another timeout here in the 2nd quarter. That stoppage of play comes with 4 minutes, 12 seconds remaining, and you are watching ParkTV 16 Sports on location, streaming live on YouTube. We are at the McQuinn Athletic Complex on a gorgeous August 31, last day of August. Can't believe it's September. Football season underway. Not only is Benilde getting underway, the University of Minnesota's home opener is tonight against Nebraska, going on across the river next to downtown Minneapolis. So if you're a football fan, life is good until January. Lots of football at the high school, college, and pro level. And again, glad you're with us here in gorgeous St. Louis Park. As we look at the student section, they've been standing the whole time. And now following the timeout, 4:12 to go. Shotgun formation for Yarobara from the pocket. In the slot, wide open, not wide open, open for just a second was number 5, Max Kloss. Good defense, though, by number 2 for the Highlanders, Isaiah Wilson. And Yoga Raha tried to thread the needle, and the ball was right there, but that would have been a heck of a play as number 2 on defense, Isaiah Wilson, had a lot to do with that breakup. Nice defense by the Highlanders will bring up a 2nd and 10 from their 30. 4:07 remaining, clock stop. Yoga Raha quickly across the middle, and he led Brown by just a little bit. He was unable to fingertip it, and on defense, and hurt ostensibly number 5, Jency Davis. Here's that replay, getting rid of it, Yoga Raha right away, and he led him just a little much, and I think Brown saw the closing in cornerback, number 16, LaRon Collins, had he caught it, and still down on the ground is number 5, Jency Davis, the 5'8", 132-pound senior cornerback. And he is an important, looks like he's got a cramp in that left calf. And so there's a injury timeout on the field. 4:02 remaining, and it looks like that is going to be the halftime dance team, getting ready to entertain the home crowd at halftime. That's just 4 minutes, 2 seconds away. Not sure if we'll be broadcasting that during halftime, but it's a reason to come down and watch them. If you're not watching them with us on ParkTV 16 Sports, come on and support your Red Knights in person. Great experience. As I said, they got a great couple grills going. You can smell all the way up here in the press box, and they're still working on Jency Davis. And now they're going to get him up, and we'll see. He does walk off a little slowly, but I get the feeling he'll be back. Gets a little hydrated. You want to keep those muscles with lots of fluid, otherwise they are going to cramp up on a hot day. It was 80 degrees most of the day. Low humidity though, but still warm. Got to be intentional about bringing in those fluids to prevent the cramping. Okay, now 3rd and 10 for the Red Knights. On the Highlander 30, back to pass, slot catch by Brown, cuts up in the middle, takes it down to about the 23, maybe the 22-yard line. It's going to be short of a first down. Clock continues to wind down. There's the fake handoff to number 30. Raphael Johnson-Nixon, and the reception by Khalid Brown brings up A 4th down and about 3. 2 they'll call it. From the 22, they're gonna go for it. Yogaraha, shotgun, in motion, number 30. Johnson Nixon steps in, goes right down the middle, and I'm not sure who that was intended for. It looked like it was intended for number 12 for the Red Knights, Guggenberger, but cutting across, Brown tried to receive it as well. Not sure who the intended target was, but it falls incomplete, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Yogaraha looked like he was going for, it's hard to know who he was going for, but Brown couldn't quite come up with it, and that is going to be a turnover on downs and a 1st and 10 for the Highlanders from their own 23. Clock stop with 3:19 remaining. Quickly, here's the replay. Judge for yourself. Was he going for the post pattern or the crossing pattern? I think he was going for the post, and Brown almost snug it off, and it would have worked had he caught it. All right, now, 1st and 10. Shotgun. LeBeau out to the flank, and that's incomplete. It was a forward pass, but just barely. Otherwise, that would have been a live ball. He tried to get it to the flank to Jency Davis, and it looks like it got tipped there on defense by number 22 by Andrew Walters. He broke up that play. Great play on defense by Walters for the Red Knights. Clock continues to wind down. Under 3 to play. 2nd and 14, and they are going to call that a completion and a loss on the play, despite the fact that I think it was partially deflected. All right, now. Shotgun by LeBeau. Single setback to his right. Trips left. Single wide out to the near side. Handoff off left tackle is Wilson. He runs into a couple of defenders after a short gain. Number 47 makes the tackle, John Robbins. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 13 from the 20. Clock continues to wind down. 2:16 and counting. And a little equipment issue there for one of the offensive linemen with his shoe. They wait for him. Now 2 minutes remaining. Now breaking huddle. Trips to the near side. Wide out to the top. Single setback behind the shotgun formation. LeBeau calling signals. 1:47. Clock continues to wind down. Takes the snap. Rolls left. Throws it deep down, lost something on it, it's up for grabs, and the ball falls incomplete. So why he rolled out left, pulled up, didn't quite get on it what he wanted to, but it was a nice idea as he was getting pressured by number 11 for the Red Knights, Carson Ray, and that's what disrupted that, and then it was purely a jump ball there. I think we used to call it 500 when I was playing in the street. The neighborhood I grew up in, we'd throw the ball up there, and it was every man for themselves. And that'll bring up now a 4th and 13 punting formation for the Highlanders with 1:37 to go here. And they are running around. There's the punt now. It's taken back by the Red Knights. Number 6 on the reception, Jalen Garibaldi. And now excellent field position again for the Red Knights with 1:24 remaining, clock stopped. Nice pickup there on that low punt by Jaden Garibaldi. And again, finding lots of room. He is an elusive runner. I like how loose they are. They're running in the moment. They're not trying to force it, just being in the space and allowing the blocks to happen. That's a beautiful way to run. Nice job there by number 6, Garibaldi. Now, with 1:23, shotgun, post pattern, touchdown. First play from scrimmage, Jabari Strader. That's his 2nd touchdown of the night. That comes with 1:18 remaining. 32 zip Red Knights. Oh, is there another flag down? Maybe. That might be excessive celebration following the touchdown. I didn't see the selfie demonstrations. All right, we'll get that replay up for you. Here's the official. He's doing a great job keeping control here. Unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown against the Red Knights. I'm interpreting there. Let's see here. Here is Yarabara with a great throw, finding separation. Number 4, Strader, touchdown. And then let's see what we got here. Oh, wait a minute. I suppose that's kind of a hometown. So, interesting. Well, they make the extra point to make it 33-0. What do you, I mean, what's the player supposed to do? The fan comes out, does the selfie. If the player turns his back on him in the moment, not expecting it to happen, does he nullify the penalty? Interesting. Well, that's a home team penalty, but it's not going to have a huge impact on the outcome, is it? 33-0 our score with 1:18 to go, and what a beautiful pass play by the Red Knights. I think they're 5 for 6 now in their offensive possession, scoring touchdowns every time. And now they will come back to the sideline and huddle up to plan their kickoff. Highlanders coming in with a huge deficit here with still 1:18 remaining in the second quarter as we look at head coach Sean McMenemy. No, that's not the head coach? Okay. Well, they don't have pictures with the program, so I'm not quite sure. But the Red Knights have got to feel very good about this opening matchup against Columbia Heights. Next week they're at, no, let's see, where are they going to be? Next week at, you know, I was looking at their schedule, and I don't know if we're ready to put that graphic up maybe in the second half, but they've got an interesting schedule against teams. Like their next game is on the road at Byron. Where is Byron? I know Ricoria, that's by St. Cloud. Totino Grace, of course we know SMB, Holy Angels, Delano, but Byron High School, I gotta look that up on the map. All right, now here is the ensuing kickoff, 33-0 Red Knights. To do the honors is Mayaka. And he scribbles it down the center, fielded easily by Wilson, looking for some room up the middle, tries to break it out to the near side, finds a little bit of daylight, still finds daylight, cuts it right back up, eludes 3 tacklers. What a nice run by Wilson. He made 3 Red Knights miss. That was brilliant run back and probably the nicest play by the Highlanders. Watch this, he comes in and 2 Red Knights, misses 1, 2 more miss. A 4th one misses, and he breaks it out for another 10 yards before he is pinched out of bounds. What a great run by number 25, Terrence Wilson, the 5'8", 160-pound senior. Will set up the Highlanders in Red Knight territory at the 49-yard line, 1:07 remaining, and you got to think the Highlanders might take a shot here. They're down 33-0. They have nothing to lose. As they look to the sideline, and now the quarterback, LeBeau, comes from the sideline. If I were them, I would throw a fly pattern or a post pattern, try to make something happen here late. Especially with this kind of field position, set up by a great nifty run back by Terrence Wilson. Okay, calling signals from the right hash mark, single set back to the left, trips left, single wide out to the near side. Rolling left, LeBeau. He's getting chased by number 15, Brixius. And that ends that right there. Clock continues to wind down. A little bit of a play action, although not much. And Brixius comes in untouched for the sack. And now a timeout in the field taken by the Red Knights with 54 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. I don't know if they have a mercy rule in football. Never heard of that before. So 33-0 our score, timeout on the field. And now that'll give us a chance to look at the Red Knights schedule. There's Byron. I want to say that's a small town in the southern part of the state. And then Ricoria up by St. Cloud. So they got 2 road games before they'll have a big one against Catholic rival Totino Grace. Then SMB, couple nice, neat home games coming up on the 22nd and the 30th, and at Holy Angels. Delano, always tough, great athletic town, and then Mount Westonka. Nice looking schedule there for the Red Knights. Clearly off to a great start here at home for the 2023 season, and there is 54 seconds remaining in the first half. Red Knights called timeout with 2nd and 17. Highlander possession from their own 44. A loss of 7 on first down. Trips to the near side. Single wide out to the left. Single setback and the handoff up the middle to, is that Wilson? He breaks it loose and almost all the way for a first down as he carries it all the way down to about the 41-yard line. And that was number 16, not Wilson. Rather, LaRon Collins with 16 yards brings up a 3rd and 1 from the 41. Or wait a minute. Yep, or maybe 2. Looks like 2 yards to go. 3rd and 2 from the 41. They've got to get to the 39 for a first down. Time remaining, clock stop, 45 seconds. And I think, was there another timeout taken? It looks like by the Red Knights, their 2nd consecutive. So clearly they are concerned. They want to keep the shutout going. Highlanders break the huddle. They're ready to go here. 3rd and 2. Interesting to see if they'll try to get the first down or take a shot to the end zone and play on 4th. Can't imagine they're going to punt. 2 down territory. They're down 33-0. Why not? Shotgun formation. Single wide out to the top, 2 to the near side, and the handoff is snuffed out for a loss by number 25 for the Red Knights. He saw it all the way. Ryan Brewer, the 195-pound, 6'3" senior, sending LaRon Collins to a loss. 4th and 4 now from the 43, 39 seconds remaining. And another timeout by the Red Knights. They bring the defense, or this just play calling here. Another timeout. 3rd in a row by the defense here. Interesting to me how careful they are with a 33-0 lead. But it is always a teaching moment when you play these games, so I'm sure that's what's going on, and they're going to do it right. So I have to applaud that. So 4th and 4 now with 39 seconds remaining. Ball on the 43. Highlanders looking to extend this drive to see if they can come up with any points at all in the first half. Right now they are shut out. And we're still waiting for the timeout to end. Slow moving first half. To play 24 minutes of football, it's taken about an hour and 20 minutes. All right, now lots of timeouts here, especially late in the 2nd quarter. Now here come the Highlanders. Shotgun formation. Single wideouts left and right, double flanks inside, fake handoff. That looks like a busted play. He loses the ball. It's loose, picked up by the Red Knights, and they're going to score on the turnover. Picking it up for the Red Knights, number 11 on the fumble. That is Carson Ray, the 6'1", 205-pound senior, picks it up and takes it in. It's now 39-0 with 25 seconds remaining. And making that play right there was number 22, Andrew Walters. Deserves all the credit in the world for causing that turnover. And with 25 seconds remaining, the Red Knights have their 6th TD of the night. As we look at the defense, job well done here. And they're about to go up 40-0. And we still have 25 seconds to go in the first half. My goodness. And the extra point attempt is made, successful. Kicked by number 36. That was Franklin Namoa. As we look at number 9 for the Red Knights, Deandra Mayaka. He'll come out and kick off once again. His leg's going to be getting tired. I think this is going to be his 6th or 7th kickoff of the night. And again, we're not even done with half number 1 yet. Well, when there's this much scoring, it does slow the game down as well. As we look at number 11 who ran it in, Carson Ray, and that was a great athletic play by him. It's not easy to concentrate, pick up that ball, not fall down, don't fumble it again. And look at all smiles for Carson Ray. He didn't think he was going to be in the end zone tonight, but that's a great feeling when you can score a touchdown in a high school game. No question about it. All right, here come the Red Knights, and that wind just up here in the press box, I can feel it out of the southeast, still gusting. A sign of the warm temperatures on the way, I believe. So we look at the Red Knights set up once again. Weather right now is 75 degrees, mostly clear. The sun is set, humidity still in the 37%, 47% dew point. Wind still 11 miles an hour out of the southeast. Okay, here's the kickoff with the wind behind them, line drive, and that'll go all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Very effective kickoff there, keeping it away from the very dangerous running back for the Highlanders, 25, Terrence Wilson, who is back. And all smiles on the sideline for the Red Knights here as we approach the end of half number one. 40-0 our score. And Columbia Heights in the white uniforms will begin from their own 20 on the touchback. And we'll see if they will resort to running plays to run out the clock or try to get something going here with 25 seconds remaining. Colton LeBeau, he's been their starting quarterback since the beginning tonight, and he'll be under center for the first time, not a shotgun formation. Unbelievable in high school. And a handoff, and that's to Wilson. He finds a little bit of room on the left tackle and break it out to about the 25, maybe a 6-yard gain. And the clock continues to wind down, 13 seconds, and that may very well be our last play of half number one. 6 seconds remaining, I believe it will be. 2-1, and there is the siren signaling the end of quarter number 2. It's halftime at Benilde-St. Margaret's. Our score, 40-0. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. Come on back for half number 2.
It costs so little to teach a child to love, and so much to teach him to hate. These simple but profound words from our founder have been guiding Boys Town in our work with kids and families for over a century. Today, the ideals of equality and respect are at the core of each parenting strategy you'll find at boystown.org/parenting. Whether you're a parent, grandparent, or guardian of a toddler, teen, or someone in between, we've got parenting guides, articles, videos, tools, and quick tips on a variety of subjects, all developed with love by Boys Town's experts.
Teach me respect.
Teach me patience.
Teach me kindness. Teach me love.
Visit boystown.org/magnet today to receive your Teach Love Magnet. It's a great reminder that the change we want to see in our world begins at home, and Boys Town is there to help along the way.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We are on location at the McQuinn Athletic Complex on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's, bringing you high school football opening night at home for the Red Knights. And look at that score, 40-0. That is not a mistake. They have dominated on offense and defense, and we're about to begin half number 2. And that kickoff goes all the way in the end zone, and another touchback for the Red Knights, and another great kickoff. And 12 minutes on the board in the third quarter. Again, there's the score with the scoreboard in the background, and the Highlanders, looking for their first points, will start from their own 20 from the north end, going into a wind of about 10 miles an hour. And there is their quarterback, who's been leading the whole way, number 10, Colton LeBeau, the junior. And the play has already been called, so they'll come out. Formation, wideouts, 2 to the right side, 1 to the left. Under center, Colton LeBeau. I like to see that. Enough of the shotgun already, and now the quick handoff to the setback position and a short game. Handoff to number 25, Terrence Wilson, the 5'8", 160-pound senior. Gets a short game, a 2. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. Just underway here, you're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. My name is Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us on a nice, warm, late August evening, I should say. Game time was around 77 degrees with winds out of the southeast. All right, clock winding down. Under 11.5 minutes to go, third quarter. LeBeau, shotgun, and the pitch to the near side by Wilson, and he's quickly corralled from behind by Benilde-St. Margaret's number 25 on the tackle, Ryan Brewer, the 6'3", 195-pound senior. Shakes the block by number 5, Jency Davis, and that is going to be another short gain. We'll call it a gain of 1. That'll bring up 3rd and 7. LeBeau now calling the play. They break the huddle from their own right hash mark. Under 11 to go. Clock continues to wind down. 2 wideouts, 1 on either side. 2 flankers left and right. Tailback to the left side, and here comes the blitz from up the middle. Fumble as he's hit. And a touchdown picked up by number 11. Carson Ray for his 2nd fumble recovery touchdown of the night. And in on the play, untouched, number 33 caused that fumble. Jace Kellogg, the sophomore, 6 foot, 195-pound linebacker, and the pickup for his 2nd defensive touchdown of the evening to number 11, Carson Ray, a defensive player the whole time, has now scored 2 touchdowns in one evening. And now in for the extra point is number 47, Will Gadke, number 49. And it is good for the 47th point. And just a minute and a half into the third quarter, the Red Knights on this defensive play forces the fumble. Number 33 once again, Jay Kellogg, and there is Carson Ray being very present in the moment. Goes down, and you got to be concentrated when you're picking up that ball. The big tendency is to run too fast. You really feel like you're going slow, but you want to make sure you squeeze that ball. And Carson Ray did that twice and ran it in for touchdowns. And that shows remarkable talent on his behalf. And our score, 47-0. And in case you're wondering, there is a mercy rule in high school football in Minnesota. And it doesn't start until the fourth quarter, and you've got to have a 35-point lead. And right now, they've got a 12-point lead, but that doesn't start until the fourth quarter. So the clock is stopped with 10:31 to go in the third, and in kickoff formation are the Red Knights with a astounding, shocking lead here early in the third. That kickoff gets down and out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty. I don't think the Highlander touched it, although it did occur to me that he may have, but the referee didn't think so, and that's going to be a penalty on the kickoff team for kicking it out of bounds. And that should give the Highlanders decent field position in their own zone. And here is the call. Technically, it's illegal procedure, and that will advance the ball 15 yards past what would normally be a touchback at the 20. So a nice position to start for the Highlanders as they attempt to avoid the shutout tonight on the road in their opening match against the Red Knights. And now here is Colton LeBeau, under center, number 10. Both teams do the shotgun. That seems to be the norm and all, but now they're under center, and I like to see that. I grew up playing football where we were almost always under center in the early 80s, but football has changed quite a bit since then. And now encroachment on the Red Knights. Another reason for the long match tonight, there has been a lot of penalties as well, which is sort of indicative for any team in their first. There's suitable for framing right there with the Tria trainer and some of the Benilde players getting some photo ops on the sideline. The outcome clearly not in doubt. It's a matter of what the score is. And if you're going to keep watching, let's see if these Highlanders can get a point here. If I'm their coach, that's how I would break down the game. Let's just see if we can get some first downs and get some points. And now the handoff to Wilson. He tries to go left, and the swarming Benilde Red Knight defense led by number 20 on the tackle, Eddie Wolf. The 6'1", 180-pound senior shoots the gap right there. Putting on pressure initially again was number 33, Jay Kellogg. And then the tackle made by Eddie Wolf. Clock continues to run down. 10 minutes to go, quarter number 3. Ball on the Highlander 39-yard line, 2nd and 6. Left hash mark. LeBeau in the shotgun. Flankers left and right, wideouts left and right, single set back to his right in the I formation, and the snap is high, and the handoff in the backfield is going to be for another loss. And the Highlanders just nothing they can do at this point that will work, it feels like, and there's going to be a penalty. And the frustration starting to show quite understandably on the Highlanders team. Wilson getting corralled, and personal foul against the Highlanders to add insult to injury. Just some normal frustration here. Not sure it merited the penalty. As you can see, the high snap gave Wilson no chance, nowhere to go. Loss on the play, and that is going to be an unsportsmanlike. You got to control your emotions. So that's going to send him back 15 more yards or 10. Just a tough night for the Highlanders, and emotions are going to run high in this type of game, and you can understand it. So now it's going to be 2nd and 33 from the 22. Clock winding down, under 9.5 minutes to go. LeBeau calls the play. 2 flankers left and right, 2 wideouts. 1 to the near side, and now a whistle from the far sideline by the side judge. As he walks in, and more discussion. Slowing this game down even further as they sort it out. All right, not sure what that was about. Nothing moved on the field. 9:08 to go. Clock now winding once again. Shotgun formation. And the handoff up the middle to Wilson. Breaks a tackle, finds some room, breaks another tackle out over the 30 to 31-yard line. Nice run by Wilson, finding some room on the left side. He is a talented running back, or that might have been Colton, on the handoff. Actually, that was number 16, LaRon Collins. Breaks a couple tackles, nifty run, but it brings up a 4th and 24 shotgun or punting formation now for the Highlanders. Deep to receive is number 6, that's Jaden Garibaldi, where he's been all night long. And back to punt for the Highlanders, that was Jency Davis, gets a kick deep. And off the fingertips of Garibaldi, picks it up nicely, comes to the near side, cuts up. There's going to be a flag. Block in the back is always what's called there. Boy, a lot of penalties and more flags. You wonder if they need to call it this closely with the score 47-0. But they are calling a lot of flags here, and that's a good thing. If they're real penalties, you've got to teach these kids. But then again, the clock is stopped once again, 8:06, as we are approaching 2 hours of running time for a high school football game. Is quite lengthy. All right, they're sorting it out. And here is the signal. We've got a block and the holding on the receiving team. That's going to be declined. Another penalty, personal foul against the Red Knights. I'm not sure who they didn't point. There was so personal foul against the Red Knights is going to be marked off against them, even though the run back came back to 47. Yeah, helmet to helmet contact. Looks like it was the call, and now the Red Knights with 8:06 clock stop. Shotgun formation, left hash mark from the 37. Handoff up the middle, finding room are the Red Knights, and they'll bring it out to the 40-yard line for a gain of 7. Handoff to number 6, number 10, Sean Washington with the carry. Brings up a 2nd and 3. Clock continues to wind down. 7:44, another handoff. Again to Washington, number 8. And he's going to be tackled short of the first down. Going to bring up a 3rd and 3. 7:28 to go. And in good sportsmanship, it appears that the Red Knights are going to run it out. And again, another handoff to Sean Washington. He gets a first down as he crosses the 47, is tackled at the 47 by that man right there, number 3, Julian Manjo. And right up the middle, cross block at the line of scrimmage. Almost a broken tackle, but a nice tackle again by Julian Manjo, the 5'10", 150-pound junior. Red Knights quickly with under 7 to go. And that centering pass comes back, and jumping on it is the quarterback. And we do have a substitution, I believe, at quarterback. That is number 3, Quinlan McMenemy. As he goes back and smartly just decides to fall on it. And the clock continues to run. That'll bring up a 2nd and 25 from their own 32. Under 6.5 minutes to go. And McMenemy in relief of head coach Nirvan Yogaraja. And forgive me for mispronouncing his name. It was corrected, and that's going to be a false start as both wideouts on the far sideline took off running. And that's going to be a false start. Clock stop with 6:14 remaining. And we are going to be in for a treat here, Paul, as I am seeing the blue moon rising on the horizon there. That is going to be a spectacular shot in about 10 minutes. As it comes up over those lights, we might want to get a shot of that. That's a reason to keep watching. That's going to be beautiful. And now the handoff, it's thwarted to number 9 for the Red Knights, Deandra Mayaka. And he is caught behind the line of scrimmage beautifully by number 79, Dejan Yorborough, who is 6'4", 325-pound 9th grader for the Highlanders, getting his first call of the night. That is a big kid. All right, now, McMenemy back to pass in the shotgun in the slot. Finds his receiver, I believe that's number 14, Xavier Lumpkin. He's tackled as he crosses the 25 to the 26-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down. And punting formation for the Red Knights. Clock continues to wind down, 3rd quarter. And there is the blue moon, which means 2 full moons in a month. Doesn't mean it's actually blue, but there was a full moon in early August, and here it is again, and look at that sight right there. All right, back to play. Punting formation on 4th and 30 for the Red Knights. 4:43 to go, clock running. And look at that beautiful spiral punt by number 9, Mayaka. That is a spectacular looking punt. How many yards was that in the air? I want to say 25, 35, 45. That was 50 yards in the air, all the way to the 27. I think he kicked it from his own 25. Do the math. And that was a beautiful punting spiral. Just how they teach you. Beautiful punt. And the clock is stopped on the change of possession. 4.5 minutes remaining. Our score 47-0. And here come the Highlanders. And their goal right now is to avoid the shutout with 4.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. We're going to be heading to running time when we begin the 4th quarter. And the Red Knights look like they're not going to be throwing much in the second half, as they should, with a 47-0 lead. All right, now in motion is Jency Davis. And pulling up is LeBeau, and he short arms that to the far left side, and it's incomplete. As he tried to get it to the motion receiver, Jency Davis, and it was just a little bit behind him. He was open, but a tough play to make there as that ball was at his feet and a little bit behind him. That stops the clock with 4:26 remaining. We'll call it 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. And now the Highlanders break huddle, and this time Colton LeBeau, number 10, will be under center. I have to say, I've already mentioned it, I like seeing plays from under center. And now the handoff up the middle, quickly tackled for a very short game, if anything, was number 16, LaRon Collins, the junior running back. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. No gain on the play. Clock continues to wind down. We're at 4:05 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And much less crowded in the stands. There was a spirited halftime show with the dance team, and a lot of the fans here were there to watch them. And once that show is over, many of those folks look like they have left, but still a good crowd on hand with this game clearly decided at this point. Clock continues to ride down. LeBeau in the shotgun to the near side flank. Spin move by Davis, and he is brought down from behind by number 43, Riley Murphy, on the tackle. But that'll bring up a 4th down and about 6. And are the Highlanders going to punt? It looks like they are. Clock continues to wind down with 3:14 remaining. They are in punting formation, and that means number 6, Jaden Garibaldi, will be back to receive. That's right, he'll be at his own 42-yard line, and the punt goes over the head of the punter. He picks it up, Davis, he's looking, decides to throw it, completes it to Wilson on the left side. Can he find some room? He's gonna get tackled though as he crosses the 20-yard line. And what a great heads-up improvising play by the Highlanders. And that is one of the great things about sports, too. It teaches that kind of thing that you just, you know, he had players in his face. He finds the open receiver. That was Collins, actually. And he completed it. And Collins, great spontaneous play. And those are great life lessons. You have your best plans in life when you're going to do something at your job or somewhere else, and you get thrown a curveball and you adapt and you live in the moment. And I have to say that was maybe the best play by the Highlanders tonight. Just seeing that sort of opportunity arise, a broken play, and he had the wherewithal to complete a pass. That is really incredible. All right, now the Red Knights on the turnover handoff to the left side. Looks like it was given to number 30, Matt Ochoki. Or no, Raphael Johnson-Nixon took the handoff from McMenemy. And we have a player down on the ground for the Highlanders. That looks like it's number 3, Julian Manjo, down around the 24-yard line. So that brings another stoppage on the clock as we'll look at the Columbia Heights. They're in the Skyline Division Blue. And there's their schedule, obviously tonight, August 31st, Benilde-St. Margaret's. Next week at St. Anthony. That's really, they share a border, St. Anthony and Columbia Heights. So that's a big rivalry, I'm sure, between those two high schools. They've got to be within a stone's throw of each other. Columbia Heights a little more south and to the north. They're technically in Anoka County, but they border right up against Northeast Minneapolis and St. Anthony. And then Minneapolis-Edison, they're right from that area as well. So good rivalries in the Skyline Yellow Division. Then Twin Cities Charter, I'm not that familiar. Academy Force, I've heard of them. I don't know exactly where they're located. Of course, I know where Brooklyn Center. And look at that moon. That's the star of the show tonight, right there. Natural beauty. perfectly full moon overlooking the festivities here at the McQuinn Athletic Complex. You're watching Park TV 16 Sports. We're still in the third quarter. Clock stops, 2nd and 10 from the Highlander 23. Shotgun for McMenemy, and the pitch to the crossing running back. That's Garibaldi, and he gets tackled for a loss. Another nice defensive play by number 24 for the Highlanders. In on the tackle for loss, Jameer Richmond. And the clock continues to ride down, 2:15 and counting, third quarter. It was 40-0 at half. Red Knights on another defensive touchdown, fumble recovery. Second one of the night by Carson Ray. Now, McMenemy, the quick pass at the feet of number 31, intended receiver Matt Ochoki, incomplete. That stops the clock with 1:58. Here's McMenemy, forced out of the pocket, and just kind of came out of his hand a little awkwardly there. Incomplete. That brings up a 4th and 8. They will not be attempting a field goal. This will be from the 25-yard line of the Highlanders. They need 12 to keep the drive alive. And McMenemy over talking to his coach, which I believe is his father, Sean McMenemy, head coach. Now the play's been called. Formation. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Set back to the right of McMenemy. In shotgun, takes the snap. Pulls up on the quarterback draw. Comes to the near side. Highlanders close in and shove him out of bounds at about the 23, way short of the first down. That'll be a turnover on downs. Good defensive sequence for the Highlanders. Results in their possession of the ball. A turnover on downs against the Red Knights. 1:50 remaining. Third quarter, clock stopped as we see McMenemy. I'm not sure if that was a called draw play or not. It felt like it might have been. And closing the gap quickly for Columbia Heights, number 23, Imarion Ruleford, the 5'10", 158-pound senior, stops the Red Knights on downs with 1:50 remaining. Third quarter. All right, now here come the Highlanders looking to get some momentum, try to get a score here before the end of the evening. That is Colton LeBeau. He's gone the whole way at starting quarterback. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side, and a false start against Ronnie Caldwell, the left tackle. That'll set him back another 5, and another penalty tonight against the Highlanders. Oh, they're going to call offsides against the Red Knights, so encroachment forced the false start. And they're going to mark off 5 against the Red Knights, so that'll make it a 1st and 5 from the 28 with 1:50 remaining. As we're now over 2 hours of running time. Glad you're with us on Park TV 16 Sports as we're bringing you Moon highlights and Red Knight highlights. 47-0 our score here late in the third. LeBeau calling signals from the shotgun. 4 wideouts, set back to the left. In motion is Davis. He takes the handoff on the cross. He finds some room on the left side in the slot. He breaks it out across the 45 to the 42-yard line. He'll be down, and that'll be a first down for the Highlanders on that nifty run by the man in motion, number 5, Jency Davis. And look at his quick speed and cutback ability and balance allows him to get all the way out to the 42. 1st and 10, maybe the best offensive play of the night, and we have another Highlander down. That is Davis, actually just did that run, who is now experiencing cramps on his right leg, and he was experiencing those difficulties in the first half as well, and that'll stop the clock once again as we attend to Davis. 1:42 remaining. And he is slow to get up there as they're still working on stretching out that right calf. What he really needs is a bucket of water to prevent those cramps. That would help a lot. And now they're going to get him up, and he is going to run off and work on it at the sideline so that we can move things along. Yeah, those are painful. They are really painful, I tell you what. And there is his buddy, 25, Terrence Wilson, his teammates helping each other out. Just needs to relax that right calf. So they tend to him on the sideline. The Highlanders now. LeBeau will come from the sideline with the play call. Clock now winding. 1.5 minutes to go, third quarter. And this game is lasting as long as a Division I college game. Those usually go not quite that long. All right, now calling signals. LeBeau, handoff from the tailback and finding room up the middle. Where have they been all day long? And he breaks it across the 50 into Benilde territory. They had a man in motion. Again, that's LaRon Collins showing another burst of speed. And ahead of steam, crashes all the way to the 44-yard line of the Red Knights. Another 1st and 10 for the Highlanders with 1 minute and running to go, third quarter. Again, as a reminder, when we hit the fourth quarter, we will be in running time, even if the Highlanders score here. The rule is fourth quarter and at least a 35-point differential. Right now it's 47. And now LeBeau, handoff to the man in motion. Number 3, Monjo takes it. He finds some room in the slot as he brings it all the way down to the 30 for a gain of 14. And another first down. Clock stopped momentarily with 30 seconds remaining. And a 1st and 10 Highlanders as they are now enjoying their best field position of the night. As they approach the red zone, they'll snap it with a 1st and 10 from the Red Knight 31-yard line. LeBeau comes from the sideline with the play. Clock continuing to wind down. 14 seconds remaining. This will probably be, if at all, the last play of the third quarter. Into the wind. LeBeau calling signals. 4 seconds left. Will he get it off in time? 3, 2, 1. I think he's going to be too late. He is. And that will end quarter number 3. Our score, 47-0. Come on back for running time in the fourth. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us.
Your story doesn't have to end. As an organ donor, the good in you can live on. In fact, you could save up to 8 lives through organ donation. Sign up to give the gift of life after you're gone. You'll be happy you did. And just maybe, someone else will too. Sign up online today as an organ, eye, and tissue donor at organdonor.gov. It saves lives.
Fourth quarter, Highlanders with the ball, 1st and 10 from the 31, fourth quarter. And that running play goes very little, if anything, maybe a short gain of 3 on the handoff. And we're in the fourth quarter. Our score, 47-0. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us on a gorgeous August 31st night. Blue moon lording over all the festivities. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous late summer night. Glad you're with us. Now the Highlanders trying to avoid the donut score. 2nd and 5 from the Red Knight 26, their deepest penetration all night long, coming in the fourth. LeBeau calling signals from the shotgun. Looks back, looks like a broken play, lets it go. Tried to get it to Davis. And it turns around and the clock is still continuing to run. Yes, under 11 minutes to go. So we are in running time. And I wonder if that was a missed handoff or not. It was kind of hard to tell. And he still almost completed it as he threw it behind Davis. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5 from the 26. You got to think the Highlanders are going to use 2 downs here. I don't think they're going to try to kick a field goal from the 26 if they don't get very far, but you never know. Depends on what kind of kicker they've got. All right, now 3rd and 5. Shotgun LeBeau. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Setback to his right. Calling signals. Man in motion from the right side is Davis, and the handoff to Davis. He'll come around the near end. Picks up a block. Finds some daylight around the 10. Out of bounds at the 9. And a nice, nifty run by the Highlanders as he was forced out by number 47 on defense. That was John Robbins. But a nifty play by the Highlanders. And what a nice nifty move there as he read his block perfectly and sprung himself for another 10 at least. And now it's 1st and goal from the 10 for the Highlanders. Under 10 minutes to play, 4th quarter. LeBeau out of the huddle. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Single setback to LeBeau's right. Calling signals from the shotgun. Evans in motion again, and the turnaround handoff and a fumble. Ball loose, and the Red Knights have it, and that is their 3rd fumble recovery of the night, and that is going to stop the scoring threat. And it's recovered by number 30 for the Red Knights, Raphael Johnson Nixon. And unfortunately for the Highlanders, their best chance to score on the evening goes by the wayside, and we have another cramping player by the Highlanders, and that does stop the clock, so they don't have running time for injuries. And that has been a concern. This is the 3rd stoppage for, it looks like, cramps in the calf for these Highlanders. Something the coaching staff may want to address in terms of their stretching and their water. I'm not a medical doctor by any stretch, but my common understanding is a lack of fluids is what leads to cramping most of the time, but it looks like he's going to be all right, as that was offensive lineman number 76, Obi Mora, the 6'3", 265-pound junior, will now play defense, and it's 1st and 10 for the Red Knights. Clock stopped with 9:14 remaining, and we are in running time. And now some substitutions coming in to play quarterback. In relief is McMenemy, and he's in the shotgun. 3 wideouts, 1 to the near side, 2 to the left. Set back to the left of McMenemy, calling signals in the shotgun. Clock running down, approaching 9 minutes to go. The handoff to the setback. It's a gain of about 8. And on the carry, number 21, Eli McLaughlin, the 6', 195-pound junior, gets a nice gain of about 9. That'll bring up 2nd and 1, under 9 to play from their 35. Calling signals, McMenemy, another handoff. Again, this goes to 21. McLaughlin for his 2nd carry. And he gets a gain of 1 and a 1st down from the 41. Actually, we'll call that a gain of 6 for a 1st down. Clock continues to run. Red Knights 1st and 10 from their own 40. Ball center position. McMenemy, no tailback. Shotgun to the near side flank. Completes it to Red Knights number 18, Nate Dukowski, the 5'11", 150-pound sophomore, takes that reception in the near flat and all the way down into Highlander territory for another 1st down and a big gain right here. Number 18 breaks a tackle, and oh, there was a fumble there right at the end. And I think that was a fumble. They called him down, and that was a fortunate break, in my opinion, for the Red Knights, as they now have 1st and 10 from the Highlander 40. As we approach 7.5 minutes to go, another handoff to number 21, McLaughlin. He reverses course to the near side and gets pushed out of bounds, and he runs a long ways for about a gain of 1. maybe chew. And that'll bring up 3rd down, I believe. And that was the prior play. And oh yeah, we're gonna look at that fumble. Where's his knee? I think that ball is out before that left knee hits. It's debatable, I suppose. But we have a 2nd and 8 from the 38 now. Red Knights in shotgun formation. McMenemy. McLaughlin to his right, 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. The handoff again to McLaughlin. They'll take it up the middle and carry it to about the 35 where he's met by a trio of Highlanders. In on the tackle, number 79, Ronnie Caldwell. Stops the Red Knights, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 5 from the Highlander 35. Clock now at 6:23 running time in the 4th quarter. McMenemy in shotgun formation, 4 wideouts now to the near side. Similar play as to 2 plays ago, complete by Nate Nikowski on the near flat, and he'll carry it up the slot for a gain of about 6 yards. It's gonna be a 1st down, brings it to the 29. Yes, a gain of 6 and a 1st down for the Red Knights. They lead 47-0. It was 40-0 at half. They got a defensive touchdown early in the 3rd quarter, and that's been our score for the remainder of the 2nd half. And now a handoff off tackle given to number 27, Robert Schul. Sophomore linebacker, typically in there playing running back here. Late in this one as we now approach 5.5 minutes remaining. That brings up a 2nd and 11, a loss of 1 on the play. Ball backed up to the 30. And McMenemy in the shotgun. McLaughlin to his right. And another play to the flank again to number 18, Dukowski, and he struggles all the way down to inside the 20-yard line. Close to a 1st down, but I think he's gonna be a little short. So that's the 3rd on the near flat kind of play. And bringing him down after a tussle was Imarion Ruleford of Columbia Heights. 3rd and 1 from the 20, we'll call it. Shotgun, McMenemy. Setback handoff to number 21, McLaughlin, and he's gonna get enough for the 1st down as he crosses the 20 and brought down at around the 19 or 18-yard line. Got 1 yard on that, just enough for a 1st down. So 1st and 10 from the 19, 4:23 to go. Shotgun formation, no huddle. McMenemy with McLaughlin to the left, 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Now back to pass, looks to pass. Now he'll run up the middle, closing in, he finds some room, and out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Close to a 1st down. Clock continues to run, 4 minutes remaining. It's gonna be very close. They may even call for a measurement. And I have been notified there is a flag on the play as well as we watch McMenemy take it out at about the 9 or 10. And looks like another unsportsmanlike conduct signal against the Red Knights will bring it back. And the clock is stopped when there's a penalty, so it's not pure running time. 3:58 remaining. In this one, the opener, home opener for the Red Knights, couldn't have got off to a better start on a beautiful warm evening, blue moon, although we've lost the moon. It's moved somewhere else, so I'm glad we got some nice shots of that earlier. All right, now play. Yeah, it might be behind the light. There it is. Yep, 3:55 remaining. And now a pass play intended for Dukowski. Defenders were right there to break it up nicely for the Highlanders. And the clock will continue to run. McMenemy got off a nice pass, pretty much on the money, and a good defensive play there. Suitable for framing if you're number 7 of the Highlanders. That was beautiful. Cole Lee, 5'11", 145-pound junior defensive back, breaks that up beautifully. Brings up a 3rd and 15 from the Highlander 25. And the handoff in the middle, and that is snuffed out immediately by the Highlanders, number 24, Jameer Richmond. Saw that all the way The handoff to McLaughlin, and here he came from that center position, shot the gap, untouched, makes the play. 4th and 15 now from the 27, under 3 minutes to play running time. And here comes McMenemy from the sideline. And we got an official's timeout now as a slow substitution. All right, now checking in. Number 5, Jency Davis, and now we're ready to go. 2:46 remaining. Clock winding down. 4th and 17. Play down the middle, and there was some bumping as that ball arrived, and it falls incomplete, no flag. Intended again for Dukowski. McMenemy going right down the middle, faced pressure right up the middle, had to get rid of it probably sooner than he wanted to. Threw it a little behind his intended receiver, number 18, and now a turnover on downs with 2:15 remaining. Clock continues to wind down. Highlanders, probably their last possession of the night, their last chance in running time to march it down and get some sort of points here to avoid the shutout. Let's see what they got up their sleeve. Now substitutions and not a timeout. It looks like there's going to be a timeout for the Highlanders, and I certainly understand they're probably substituting everybody in, and you want to make sure they're set up right so that it's a teachable moment. But it is a timeout when your team is down 47-0. As we look at some of the fans sitting on the sidelines, and that just tells you how beautiful a night. You can see the breeze. Just couldn't be more comfortable. And the crowd still hanging around here despite the lopsided victory, although a lot of the student section has taken off and classes I don't think have started yet. So the last days of summer vacation here coming into Labor Day weekend. Classes are likely, I suppose, are starting on Tuesday. And if you're a Red Knight football fan, you gotta be smiling tonight. 47-0. Our score, okay, following the timeout by the Highlanders, they've got things set. And in at quarterback for the Highlanders, number 4, A.J. Campbell, 5'6", 150-pound freshman, will get a little bit of varsity action. And that was the reason for the timeout. There he is, A.J. Campbell. Coming over to his head coach, I believe that's Matt Townsend. 1.5 minutes to go. Running time. And they'll set the ball. A.J. Campbell comes back out. Again, freshman quarterback in relief of the starter Colton LeBeau. 1:13 remaining. 2nd and 10 from their 27. 3 wideouts, 1 on the far side, 2 on the near, slot back behind A.J. Campbell, and a miscue on the handoff, and he falls on it, tries to run it, and he gets tackled immediately for a loss. And that'll be a loss of about 1, possibly 2. Under a minute to go. Here's the replay, and yes, it was a missed handoff. Tried to get it to number 16, LaRon Collins, and the lack of experience and repetitions probably led to that miscue. 35 seconds and counting. A.J. Campbell in from the sideline with the play call. This may very well be the last play of the match. 23 seconds remaining. A.J. Campbell in the shotgun. 2 wideouts, 2 slot backs, and a single setback to the right. Fake handoff, rolls right, pulls up, cuts it back in the middle, spins back around like Fran Tarkington. Now he's running for life on the left side, and just as he was going to put a move on, his feet got tangled up by the pursuing number 16, Charles Seaver. And just like that, that is the end of the match as we hear the final bell. That'll end it here from McQuinn Athletic Complex. Our final score, Benilde 47, Columbia Heights 0. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with ParkTV 16 Sports, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.